I'm back at the airport for another short trip notification video. I've booked a ride last night. It was about 2.5 miles. Took about 6 minutes to complete the trip. Very nice family. Picked them up at the airport, dropped them off at their hotel at about 11:24 a.m. The hotel's very close to the airport, so I immediately turned off my app and decided to take my 6-hour break overnight. Again, that's one good use of the short trip notification, is to take a break in between, your 12-hour shifts, if that's what you work, or your online time, I should say. I received the notification for the short trip. I've returned to the airport. It's about 11:30, so I'm back about 10 hours after I picked up that last trip and completed that last trip. I'm now at the airport. Looks like there's a 46 car wait in the XL queue. And the wait time for UberX is 37 minutes. I have UberX turned off. I don't want to waste this short trip notification on an UberX ride when I can use it for an Uber XL ride. I'm just double checking to make sure UberX is turned off, which it is. And when I go online, I'm going to jump ahead of the 46 cars or so that are in front of me at the airport queue. The wait times for a rematch of this sort is usually less than 20 minutes. I've had them as quick as like 4 minutes, and anything in between is not too unusual, between 4 and 25 minutes. Wait time at the airport for an Uber XL at this time of day, if a driver were just driving in for the first time today without the short trip notification, would be looking at least at a minimum a 3-hour wait time. Which is not unusual for this airport. It's a busy airport, but there are a lot of drivers in the queue. I'm going to go ahead and go online and see how quickly we can get a trip. Let's see. There we go. Now I've gone online as an Uber XL. I have Lyft turned off because I don't want it interfering with my phone or distracting me from working this XL ride. Had a little trouble with my phone's overheating, so I got them propped up in the shade right now for recording this video. And I'm holding my work phone right in front of the AC vent to try to keep it cool. I've had 2 different phones overheat and turn off. I guess a safety feature. So if you're ever recording in your car on a hot day, try to keep your telephone in the shade and keep your air conditioning going. That little bit of noise from the moving air is not all that distracting, I don't think. You do have a little bit of engine noise, but that's to be expected. You can see now I'm in the front position 1 through 5. So I am the next Uber XL on the queue. Time is 11:39. I just went online about a minute ago. We'll see how long it takes to get a request. As I mentioned in other videos, I like to use the short trip notification to get me back into the queue immediately after taking the evening off and getting a good night's sleep. You can come back to the airport and start taking rides straight away. You don't need to wait around for 3-4 hours. You can put the short trip notification to good work, cut right to the front of the queue, and pick up the first passenger you can get. I do recommend picking up when you get a request. Go ahead and accept it right away. Don't let it bounce to another driver, because if you do, I believe you lose your position in the queue, and you'll go all the way to the back, and you'll be waiting hours yourself trying to get another ride. So if it's a short trip, grab it. You can go out, come right back, be back in the front of the queue right away. If it's a long trip, take advantage of that as well. Go out and make some money. Good paying trips are hard to find sometimes. So when you can get one that pays you $100 or $150, go ahead and go for it. A lot of drivers make comments on YouTube that they aren't getting paid for the trip back. Well, as an Uber XL driver, I get paid really well for the trip out, and I have no problem spending money on gas to bring me back to the airport or to my home. We get about $1.60 a mile and 24 cents per minute in my market. I'm one of the original drivers here in South Florida. Started back in September of 2014. So I'm still on the old pay rate. They adjusted them down, I guess, for newer drivers after 2015, sometime mid-year, I think it was. So the rates are a little lower for for drivers that started later. It's 11:41 now. Probably about 3.5, 4 minutes. We do have a few different types of notifications here at our airport. The short trip notification, which I mentioned in the beginning, kind of looks like this. You'll see on the bottom, it says short trip. We'll hold your spot for the next 12 hours. Very useful. We also have a standard notification, which is the same notification we've had for years. It just lets you know it's an average length trip between 15 and 45 minutes. We have another notification here that's 45 plus minutes. That's any trip between 45 and 60 minutes will fall into that category. You don't see a whole lot of those because it's kind of a narrow window and a rather long trip, so I've gotten quite a few of them over the years. And then we also have the 60 plus minute notification. Of course, that's any trip longer than an hour. Some drivers wonder if that's an hour round trip or an hour each way, and it is an hour each way. Here's my request. It looks like an Uber XL from Terminal 1. I'm going to go ahead and accept that ride. And then I'm pick up my passengers and be on my way. It's a standard length trip, so no extra long trip today. But stay tuned to the channel if you want to see more videos about how to use the short trip notification. Tune in, subscribe if you like. Give it a thumbs up if you have any information that you want to find out about. Just leave a comment below. Thanks for watching.